We're experimenting today because we're wearing the Rode microphones.
We are?
I'm glad you said something then, because suddenly I thought maybe it's not working.
It's not working. No, it's working.
I've been using these for a while, but normally with just the ordinary microphone on. You know, like the lapel microphone that you connect to them. But we're actually using them without that in their natural form. Now, people who watch this and have no idea what we're talking about, they're little radio mics. And
there's little fluffies on today.
Yeah, look, they are. Ooh. If you look at Julia's
my little hamster
cleavage, you'll see. And I've got one here.
My chest hamster.
And the reason I'm doing that is because the ordinary microphones, fluffies, I haven't got proper fluffies for two of us.
No.
And this is picking up, hopefully it's picking up both of us. And there's a bit of a breeze, so...
Yeah, hopefully it's not picking up the wind.
Yeah, so the idea is to have clean sound.
Good.
Anyway, so we're, having got that out of the way, we just thought today we'd do one together, because we've released a video about us having a chat in the studio, which isn't the studio we're going to end up with.
No.
It's just that was convenient, really, to try something out.
It's just what's there at the moment, so...
we were chatting about our fantasy shopping for a house in the country. And who doesn't want a house in the country?
No, exactly. I mean, lots of people have the ideal, or the dream of the good life.
Yeah.
But, you know,
and
everyone's journey to get there is different.
Absolutely. And I know some people sort of want to kind of say, oh, it's going to be hard and you never do it. And
we know.
The negative what have yous.
Anything worth doing in life is difficult.
Yeah, and a lot of people want to do that. Oh, I need to scratch my nose.
Oh.
And we're just taking a stroll today, again, around the streets of Worthing, like I do, in this test of trying to vlog every day and just seeing what the reaction is, along some very lovely Victorian houses. I nearly bought one. Before moving to my current house, I nearly bought one in this road. But it was in a worse and dilapidated state than the one I'm in now when we went to buy it, and we didn't overly like it.
No.
But we did look at one here. But actually, it's a very nice and quiet street.
It is. They're all very well kept.
And in many ways, I wish I had bought one in here because...
Slightly quieter, isn't it?
Yeah, you're off the main... But you'd be fighting for a parking space. And at the moment, my fight with the devilish woman who parks in my space on occasions is not happening quite so often.
No, no.
So that's very lucky.
Either she's moved away or she's learnt.
Yes, or she's changed her car. I've seen her since, so she may have changed her car, but she hasn't parked.
Yeah, she's not causing an issue, is the main thing.
We're going to go to a little cafe that is down just off Steam Gardens. I forget what it's called, actually. We'll see it when we get there.
Me too.
It's run by a chap.
Very lovely gentleman.
It's his own business, and the food there is exemplary.
Oh, yes, lovely. The salads. I mean, you know, often you'll get a salad and it might be a little bit limp, but I'm not saying anyone's salad is limp. But, you know, salads, you usually expect it to be at least a little bit sad. But no, his are always really...
sparkly. And
full.
And full, and the food and everything, the service is nice. Cool, listen to that. Hang on, let me turn that round. I don't know if you can see the leaves belting along.
Lovely autumn sight.
The streets here.
That was a lovely cascade of leaves flowing across the road there.
Yeah. So, this is, yes, it's nice to find a new favourite cafe.
Yes.
And the food is good and the prices are reasonable, which is more important these days.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a little bit closer, isn't it?
And yes, because
debatable.
I mean, we like going to Vita's for the fish and chips. And
we do.
Well, the chips is my thing.
They do good ice cream too. I sampled it once. It was delicious.
Oh, yes, they do good ice cream, actually. I just suddenly thought, actually, I was thinking we ought to have another go at making our own ice cream.
We do need to.
That would be fun.
That would be great.
We bought yesterday, we were being, you know, ever so English with strawberries and cream.
Although slightly out of season now, aren't they?
They are a bit, but they said they were British strawberries.
Yeah, grown in greenhouses, I would imagine.
Yes. I don't know whether they freeze them and then unfreeze them and send them to the supermarkets.
No,
I don't know what you do.
Can't be frozen. They just.
You're walking in the gutter.
I am, because you looked like you were going to cross the road.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's cross the
I was
road.
trying to preempt, as usual.
No, that's fine. What was I going to say? Oh, yes. So we were looking for some cream, just some single cream to go with it. Not married or divorced or any of that nonsense. But and they didn't have any, and all they really had was a large tub of double cream, which was too much.
Extra double cream.
Oh,
Extra
yeah.
thick
No, I
double
was saying
cream.
all they had was
Oh, yes,
a
that's
large
right.
tub of double cream, and then a smaller tub of extra double
thick
cream,
double
extra
cream.
thick double cream, and we didn't need a great big tub.
No, we thought, oh, what's the harm?
Yeah,
It
so-
can't be that thick.
We went for the extra double thick cream with extra lumps of cream in it.
And it didn't look very appetising, but I must say, it was delicious.
It was lovely. So there you go. Worth a little tip there for those of you who are interested in extra thick double lumps of cream. Not quite sugar lumps, but nearly.
No.
Probably not good for the old arteries. But
No.
actually, I'm going to go. Yeah, there we go. I'm actually going to say that I think, cream isn't as bad as everybody says. I mean, obviously in moderation,
Yeah.
because it's a natural product. It's far better than your processed foods, and I'm sticking to it.
I would agree.
Especially that thick double extra cream. That was sticky.
It was thick.
Yeah, got everywhere, that did.
It was like clotted cream without the
Clots.
waxy bit or whatever it is.
And I bought, and I haven't bought this for so long. Harriet used to buy it, and I got into it when she used to buy it because I didn't eat it before. And that was the old cottage. Is that what you just said?
Cottage cheese. No.
Cottage cheese. And I loved cottage cheese. They had some with chives. I wasn't so keen on that. But because I'm not eating bread particularly, I'm eating more rye vita and things like that, so that I don't have because rye is better than wheat. That's modern wheat. So I'm going to have some of that for my lunch today.
Excellent.
So yeah, very much looking forward to that. How's your arm?
It's okay.
Yeah, it does get a bit heavy holding that camera out.
I need more practice at it.
As you do.
Anita makes my arm like.
Does she? She's a
reliable.
funny
Yep,
old bloke, that Anita, isn't she?
She is.
So we're just approaching Waitrose, and this is a walk that I did not so long ago on this vlog, whatever it is. I don't know what it is. I don't care.
This
It's a-
walking, talking video.
Yes, walking, talking video. So I'm going to try and keep this up every day, and sometimes you wake up and you think, well, where can I go? Am I going to go on the same old walk? But actually, I've managed to do different walks. Oh, hang on, we've got to cross over there.
Yep.
But some people find this interesting. Quite why, I don't know, because to be honest with you, I'm not somebody who watches very much vlogs, but I found that when I was putting together documentaries or the children's stuff, I tended, because I was doing it, I tended not to watch other people doing it. Now I know they say, oh, you've got to watch the competition. If you don't watch the competition, you don't know what's going on. But I just also found, I don't watch many walking videos. I always just find them very boring.
I actually watch quite an eclectic mix.
What's your favourite sort of stuff that you watch, Julian?
At the moment, I quite like people like River and Lady C.
You better explain what that means, because some people might just think you like watching a river.
River is a gentleman. I think he's in London somewhere, but he's a socialite, among other things. And he knows a lot. He hears a lot on the grapevine regarding the royals and the upper class, I suppose.
I wish I knew where this grapevine was. It would be very useful, because you wouldn't have to rely on other people then.
So no, I like to
He
hear.
comments, doesn't he? He's a commentator
Yes.
as well as a socialite. He comments
Yeah.
on the royal family, has an opinion
Yeah,
on all that. How's your arm?
killing me.
Killing. Do you want me to do a bit now? There we go.
Oh.
Yeah, so he does that. What's this other lady who...
Lady Colin Campbell.
Oh,
She lives
is she
in
a real
Goring.
lady?
Oh, she is. She is.
That's just not a pseudonym.
No. She lives in Goring House, not far from here,
Oh, right.
and she does pretty much the same thing, but from her angle. She's a worldwide known author.
Right. And she only lives around the corner.
And she's the lady who drew
Goring Hall?
Yeah, she's the first person who drew back the curtain on the Princess Diana, basically.
What was the
Who
curtain?
explained that
What was the curtain?
What
What
was
was
the curtain?
behind the curtain?
Well, that she's the people princess. She is the people's princess. Was the people's princess. And all
Yeah,
of
it's
that.
dead now though.
But yeah, I know. But she wasn't as innocent, you know, as laid out to be and things like that. But you know, she gives the other perspective.
I see. This is a whole area.
Don't get me
that
wrong. I still adore Diana, but you know,
don't
nobody is perfect.
No, of course. I set such a high bar, don't I?
You do. Should we move aside? Let them go.
Oh, sorry. Let's get the other side of these bollards. So what I was going to say is that if she's only round the corner, this woman, this lady,
I would love to go and interview her.
well, go and just have a cup of tea with her at
That would be amazing.
at Goring Hall. Is that the Goring Hall that's off the A27?
Yes, yes, yes.
That's set back.
Oh, there's famous poet lived there, owned it.
Oh, what,
was his
Percy?
family home.
Was it not Byron, but the other one?
Yeah.
Percy. Oh, what was his name? Famous poet from this end. Percy, not Percy Thrower. He wasn't.
No. It's really annoying me now. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Yes. He also had some connection, I think, to not Mickle Priory. Mickle something
Mary
House.
Shelley.
Shelley. There we go. Yes, Percy by South Shelley or Bith Bash.
I was
don't
doing
know.
my head in.
Yes, it's a weird name. You don't people.
You probably know already anyway.
Oh yeah, they know who we're talking about. But it's something
They're
like
probably screaming
Blythe
at
or
the screen
something.
at us.
Percy Blythe Shelley or Percy Bithy Shelley.
I can't remember, but I'm annoyed with myself.
But didn't old Shelley? He went out with Mary. Was it his brother, his sister, who wrote Frankenstein? Who wrote
Mary Shelley.
Mary Shelley. They weren't married, were they? It was his sister, wasn't it? Or was
No,
it was
no,
his
they were
wife?
married.
Oh, it was his wife then who wrote Frankenstein.
Yes.
I remember reading or listening to something. They were in a house at night and they were trying to spook one another, and she sat down to write this story, and they all wrote something because they were writers.
Yeah, it was a
And
little group, a little clique of...
and as a
wasn't
result, that she wrote Frankenstein, which is a seminal work.
it? Yes,
Whatever seminal means.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a word.
All my words left my head just then.
Yes. Well, listen, we're coming very close to our little boudoir of. Oh yes, look.
Boudoir. That's a bedroom, isn't it?
Yes. They put the. I said about a couple of days ago when I walked through Steen Gardens, they would put up the thing for the what do you
Marquee
call
for
it?
the ice rink.
Yes. Let's just have a quick poke
I
at
must
that.
try and use that this year.
We're just going to go and have a quick look at the ice rink because they've shoved it up, and I mentioned it, and it's
Now it's here.
and now it's here. It's called the Garden Pantry. We're going to.
Oh yeah, of course.
Hang on, be prepared. Go. There we go. Across the road before that car hits us. Bloody hell.
Preferably.
And it's going. It never went in there. I don't know whether it's ice or plastic they shoved down.
I think it is ice.
Is it? But at Christmas time. At Christmas time.
Over
in
the winter
morning.
period.
Hey? Probably not allowed in there, but look, that's where
No,
it
but
is.
we're gonna have a little nosy.
There we go. Massive, great big ice rink.
Brilliant.
Is that the ice rink going back in?
No, it's Oktoberfest.
Oh, right.
That makes sense.
Do they leave this up until then? Or has it come down afterwards?
Good question. One that I can't answer. It seems like it's too early
Yeah.
for it to be the ice rink. To be
I know.
Yeah.
Well, Christmas is. Have we got Christmas
it comes
stuff
quicker
in
and
the?
quicker each year. It
A
feels
mate
like.
of mine was
It's
eating
the
mince
same guy,
pies.
It's the same guy that does the ice rink.
Oh right.
Same
so
guy.
it could be,
So yeah. So yeah.
possibly.
Awesome. Thank you
Oh,
very
excellent.
That's right.
So Oktoberfest is what, in a couple of weeks, isn't it?
Exciting.
No, it's this week.
Oh, is it
This
this week?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and if you want to come, you need to hurry because they've nearly sold out.
Right.
Oh right, brilliant. There we are.
Okay, okay.
That's Oktoberfest coming up. They've only just shoved up the marquee, so you know it was a good job that we intervened.
Oh no, our favourite seats are taken.
Oh no, we'll have
Oh
to.
no.
Oh no, we're going to the garden pantry, and our favourite seats are bloody used up.
Occupied.
Hang on, we're going to get across.
Occupado.
Don't look at the White's wedding and get any ideas there.
Said it once, I'll say it again. Once bitten, twice shy. Thank you very much.
Yeah, me too. Right, here we go. We'll have to turf that bloke out. Coming into the garden pantry to our favourite place. See what time we've done so far. 14
Oh, hey,
minutes.
it looks like he might be leaving.
Oh, he
Maybe
might
he
be
was just
leaving.
sitting there to wait.
Yeah,
I don't know.
maybe. This is all very exciting. We're a bit nervous now about going in with the camera because we didn't want to put anybody on the spot. Plus the fact they're playing commercial music, which is a pain.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Maybe we can take the thumbnail from inside.
yes, so we'll probably go in there now, have something to eat, and then come back out and tell you what the experience was like.
Yeah.
I think that's the safest.
That'll
isn't it?
do.
When I said something to eat, I meant just a cup of coffee
Yeah, that's it.
and a biscuit.
Refreshments.
Yes. Right. See you in a momentous.
Tell you what, there's some beautiful dresses in there.
In where? Oh, in the marriage shop. Yeah, some lovely dresses in there, but I would never get into them. You know that.
No, but you do look
It's
lovely
not,
though.
It's not my style, unfortunately.
You'd look like nice in a nice slinky lace number.
I would. Thanks. Oh look, there's the barber's shop. I think I might go in there and have a quick trim.
A quick shave.
That's
a
right.
close shave.
A close shave. Oh no. Oh look, there's a bit of an antique shop coming up actually. Well, we had a lovely meal in there in the garden pantry. It was very nice. Had a sausage roll, which was delicious.
It was.
Sussex pork, they said. I had a cup of tea and you had a lovely
Smoothie. A banana and
smooth.
strawberry smoothie.
Oh, delish. Now look, here we go. This is the sort of place I'm interested in. Super upscaling. Not seen this place before. Wow, look at
Sussex
that.
upscaling.
There's a lovely old tractor in there. Look, a lovely old tractor in there.
I like the arc.
Do you like the mannequins?
Yeah. Mannequins.
Mannequins. Wow, look at all this.
Nice old wash tubs. Enamelled ones as well.
Enamelled wash tubs. Cool, blimey. Have a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Old pots. Look at that. So what is this called? This is Bygone Treasures. And there, in there is the Emporium. And if you need a giant teddy bear, there it is. This is all very much in vogue, I think, at the moment these days.
I wonder if they've got any tea sets in there.
Oh, I bet they have. If we weren't filming, you see, I'm of the old school that you can't just walk in with a camera into somebody's private affairs. I know some YouTubers would just go in and start filming stuff, but if you haven't asked, I think.
No, some sellers do get a bit tetchy about that sort of thing anyway.
Yeah, I remember when we were at the Arding Live, what's the name? Somebody said, who said you could have permission to film my stall? But it was a stall at a great big open air show. It was a bit different.
It seemed a bit weird.
But look at this. There's an outdoor
Sundial.
Sundial, that was the word I was looking for.
Is that an old tractor seat, I
It
think?
looks like an old tractor seat and a child
Made into
crying
a-
somewhere in the distance. A little card table thing and a lovely old kettle. Look at that at the back.
There's a rather pretty chamber pot in there, look.
Oh yes, if you're going to have a go in the middle of the night, don't you just want to go on a pretty chamber pot? Lovely. That is somewhere where we will have to go and investigate.
Yeah, stick our noses in properly.
Now, to end our video, we thought we would just go down to the seafront again because I know there's a lot of people who don't who don't live by the sea, and so it's always nice to see a little bit. Cool, that was
a stinky rubbish bin.
That was stinky.
Surprising. Woo.
Yeah. So this is what's this called? York Road. This road does not actually lead to York, no matter how much you walk up and down it. Quite why it's called York Road, I don't know. There's a dog barking, but there's some
You
beautiful.
can still hear that baby cry.
Oh yeah, wish somebody would muffle it. Am I allowed to say that? Probably not.
No, you're probably
There's some
going
very
to get
lovely,
banned for that.
very lovely houses. Look at those ornate frontages of those houses which go right up there, almost like a Dutch. What do they call it? A Dutch?
Dutch Eve? No.
Not Dutch courage. Dutch something.
It looks lovely though.
Bit of architectural knowledge lacking there from Mr. Vobes, but very, very lovely.
Must be like half a dozen dogs in that van.
Yes.
Crazy.
Perhaps it's one of them dog walkers who's rounding up the local dogs to take them to the pound. And some very tall Victorian terraces. It's funny how some terraces look bigger and grander than others, and of course that is what they would be. Look at that brickwork, beautiful. That's the sad thing. I'd love to have my brickwork exposed, if that's not a euphemism. More figs. Is that figs in here?
Yeah, it looks like it.
More figs. It's amazing. Oh yeah, it's amazing how many people are growing figs at the moment. in their gardens. And stroll down here, morning. Just admiring all the lovely houses. And then...
Just chatting up all the lovely occupants.
And all the lovely occupants. Yeah, so if you've got a camera, it's an excuse to talk to all sorts of people. And then get a slap from your girlfriend.
I didn't slap you.
I know you didn't.
Verbally or otherwise.
No, exactly. So
Could have.
Could have done, yes. You're not
Just
jealous type, though, are you? And look at this, luckily. And look at this monstrosity here on the corner. You go down a lovely historic road and you come down to the seafront expecting to see something particularly seasidey, and then the architecture just changes into this rubbish. This is Erdley, I think it's called.
On the left.
It's a fairly modern construction, can't really see too much of it, but they've actually done quite a good job on that to make it look Edwardian. Oh, do say something and see if I can pick you up from over there.
Saying something from over here. Can you pick me
Yes,
up?
there we go. We're testing out these little microphones, as we mentioned.
Thank you.
But that we'll have to scream to one another. Right. Well, we're coming to the end of this little meander, and we'll just end up on the seafront here. So it looks like...
You can see it better from here.
What's that? Oh yes, that's the Erdley. It does look a little bit better. Can't remember what the story is, whether it caught fire. A number of these buildings, they caught fire. I think it's private residence now, and I think at one time it was a hotel. I think that's what it was. And
it looks very Brighton Hotel.
And it was one of those sort of things in which, it was sitting there, it had Grade 2 listed status or something, and so the best option was just to let it burn down, and then, so you're right.
Yep.
And then...
Stop here.
Stopping.
I can see that. And then they changed the status of it. Well, it can't be a hotel now, it's burnt down, so we've made a ton of money. We'll make a ton more by making it private residences.
Yes.
And there it is. So here's
I wonder if the sea can be heard from here.
Oh yes, can you hear the sea? There's the view. Look at that, eh? We're spoiling you. And the wind, actually it's quite a good test now because the wind is blowing against our microphones. And I wanted to double check and make sure that this is working. But anyway, Julia, thank you for being in this lovely little vlog. We've been so erudite and full of wonderful local history. The flower of our conversation has been amazing.
Smiling, nodding.
What he said. Anyway.
Thank you very much for letting me come with you on your walk today.
Of course, you'd be in it more and more if it wasn't for the fact that you've got those snivelling children to do. I mean, those lovely kids.
You're going to get kneecapped for that.
Yes.
And not by me.
Oh, by the kids. I wish them all the best.
I'll let them at you. Sick 'em. Sick 'em.
Sick 'em. Whatever that means.
Jojo. Go on, get him.
Yes.
I don't know, what does that mean?
What, sick 'em?
I wonder if it
never
used
heard
to
it
mean...
before.
You've never heard it?
No, sick 'em.
Oh, I've definitely heard it before.
Is it a
I
kid
didn't
thing?
just pluck it out of...
Oh, right.
It might be related to the teeth of the dog, sink them into that person.
Oh, sink 'em.
No, it's sick 'em is the
Sick 'em.
thing.
If you know what that means,
Let us know.
don't write it in the comments, because the comments are
All
off.
closed.
Sorry about it. Well, till next time. Toodle pippin'.
Bye for now.
Bye.